Alright, well, my claim is that in the United States we should ban smoking in all public places for health reasons. To start off, the CDC in 2010 reported that 19.3%, or about 45.3 million adults, smoke. And adding to that, another 3,800 people under the age of 18 are trying their first cigarette each day. Each year, smoking causes 1 out of 5 deaths each year, which is about 443,000 people, and of those, 49,000 were non-smoker, secondhand smoke-related deaths. And obviously that's a lot of deaths. So the effects of secondhand smoke obviously aren't instantaneous. They take a while. They take a long time to develop into heart disease and lung cancer, just like most smokers. But that's not the case for all people. In 2009, the CDC reported that 1 in 12 people, or 25 million people, had asthma. So for people who have asthma, it's obviously a lot worse, because secondhand smoke gets to their lungs, causes an asthma attack, which could then instantly lead to death. I mean, it's one thing for smokers to harm themselves, but obviously they shouldn't have the right to harm innocent people. So that is why I think we should ban smoking in public places.
All right, Jacob, you've got a policy claim, so there really should be multiple claims supporting it, and that's a little bit problematic. I think you want to stick to the argument that says secondhand smoke is dangerous to a large number of people. That really ought to be the claim here, and then you could focus on that a little bit more. Most of your evidence sounds like it's coming from the CDC. There's a lot of statistical information that fits in those categories, and so I'm having trouble finding a third category for information to fit into. You have one example based on the idea of somebody having an asthma attack. It sounds mostly like a hypothetical example. You don't have a particular case that you're reporting here, so that's a little bit iffy. There was one piece of information that you had that said 49,000 of the deaths were to non-smoking related deaths, and I needed to know more information about that because that seems like a pretty substantial number, and I'm wondering, does that mean there were 49,000 people who had asthma attacks and died because they were triggered by the smoking that they encountered in these public situations? That seemed to me kind of an inferential leap that you're making that needs a lot more development on it. Like I said, your evidence all seems to be coming from the same general source there. You do cite it. It's pretty authoritative. That's okay. It's organized. I do think it needs to be developed a little bit more. Like I said, I thought there was some material missing that would put it into that third category. Your presentation is actually pretty effective, except for the one spot where you got stuck for just a second and you seemed a little uncertain about what was going on. I thought everything went pretty smoothly and you seemed engaged in the audience. Okay. Thank you.